Hi guys, welcome to the channel. I'm Mark, this is Mark's Mods. Now at the moment I am taking a break after quite a nasty fall I had at the weekend, but in doing this, actually taking some time off, I've actually been able to address some of the things that were bothering me about the Hachette Titanic model. One of the things that were bothering me is the lights we get. So we get LED strips, which is great. But I wasn't too happy with how the LED strips looked. They are like a white light with like a very tiny orange glow, and I didn't want that in this model. I wanted it to be the part. So what I've done is I've done a slight mod. Now it's really hard to tell on this camera here. I have turned the brightness down. But on this one here, this is the grand staircase and the gymnasium. We have the lights in this are a lot more sort of yellow to orange. Now that would have been the time period of the day, because they were using sort of the Edison type bulbs, which were the orange and yellow glow that you would have got on the ship. Now this side here is one I have not modded, and as you can see, it's really hard to see, but it's got more of a whiter light, and I really want this nice orange glow on the ship. Now, it's not in any way, you know, going to solve that. There's some light bleed and everything else like that. That I can address in a different video. So what I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to show you how I achieved this for absolutely next to nothing, really. Price. Now, I am not saying everybody go out there and modificate their models. You modificate something at your own risk, and that is always the thing. You modificate it with your own risk. But this is just a short video on how to achieve this if you wanted to. I do like to share any of the mods I do have on with everybody on the channel, and yeah, after this it should look superb. So let's get modding. Okay guys, so what we're going to need to do this mod, right? So we're going to need some double-sided sticky tape. We're going to need a scalpel, and we're going to need this. Now this is coloured cellophane. You can get sheets. I got this off Amazon. It was very cheap. It was only a couple of pounds, and I got absolutely tons of the stuff. I mean, they sent me all kinds of different colours, so they can be for future projects. But basically what we're going to do is we're going to stick this onto our LED strip that I've just taken out. And this is going to definitely make sure it has that sort of orange yellow glow that we would have got. You're going to need a scalpel, and you're going to need a ruler. That's simple. This is a few pound to do this. Bit of time, but £2. So what I'm first going to do is I'm first going to more or less get some double-sided tape and more or less work out the length. I want it to be a bit bigger just to give me a bit more movable room. Okay. Now these circuit boards are pretty easy to get out. I didn't have to take the funnel or anything off. And I'm just going to stick it on my build table lightly. I'm not pressing that down because I want to be able to take it off with the sticky still on with it. Okay, so the next part. What we're going to do next is we're going to get the ruler. Now, you can get thinner sheets of double-sided sticky. This is one we've had lying around, so yeah, you can get thinner tape and not have to do what I'm doing. And we're just going to put the ruler right there because we need a thin piece of this to go where the LEDs are. So I'm just going to get my scalpel. Now I have put a new blade on this, so I'm going to be very careful. Just take that out of shot. I'm just going to cut down the sticky with the scalpel. Now I really am not trying press down on this any more than it needs to be, because obviously, like I said, this is a new blade. Making sure everything lines up. I found when I did the first one, because the first one was a bit of a test, that if you hold the ruler down in the middle, then it does tend to stick to the cutting mat and you can't get the double-sided bit of it off. So I'm just going to go under here and we're going to relieve this from the bench, from the cutting mat, should I say. Okay, so next what we need to do is we need to put this is why I give myself a little bit more extra, just to give that leeway. Okay, now I think that's not covering it, so we're going to be fine there. So we've done that. Now you can use scissors, because I'm just doing the simple way. Not everybody has these. These are a pair of sprue cutters, and I'm going to cut off the excess at each side. This is how bad this wants to stick to this cutting mat. Now I'm being extra cautious with this one because I'm right near the wire. In fact, I'm best doing it that way so I don't cut the wire. There we go. Okay, so don't take the backing off this yet, because what we need to do is we basically need to go all the way around this so that we can put it on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do that now, and then when I come back I'll have it done.
A few moments later.
Okay, right, so now I've got all the double-sided sticky tape on this. I've taken off the backing because that can be a bit of a pain. I don't have really good fingernails for that, so I just used a pair of tweezers to take that off. It can take a bit of time. Okay, so what we need to do next is we need to bring over our sheet of acetate or cellophane. I mean, I remember using these in when I was in school. And all we're going to do is we are simply just going to place, this is one I've used previously, we're going to place our stained glass just over like that. Now it is very forgiving, so if you think you've cut up, like I believe I just did, because I should have lined up the back wires. There we go. And we're just going to try and push that down. We don't want to break any of the LEDs or components, so I'm just pushing down on that just lightly. Then I'm going to flip it over, and then I'm just going to push it down onto the double-sided sticky, just like that. Okay, then we're just going to get a scalpel, and we're just going to cut off all the excess. So, you know, it's not hard to do. Just run your scalpel nice and steadily down the edge of the board. Now, yeah, we've got some LEDs here that we can't get down by, but we can access them from the top. I'm just lightly scoring mine. You got to remember that this sheet, it's very, very brittle. You know, it's mainly used for crafting, not doing what we're doing, but this will give us the effect we want. And sometimes it's not all about building. Sometimes it's looking at how can we take our model to the next level. You know, how can we make it a bit better? And this is one way I found of making it a bit better. Like I said, you could probably paint the LEDs, but I don't have a spare LED basically strip to see if that works, and it's a bit of a $9.99 plus postage thing to do really. So this way just works out just that little bit cheaper than $9.99. To tell you the truth, this is quite therapeutic. I'm enjoying it. Last bit. It won't come away from that one because I need to go on top and just sort of cut it. Be very careful, guys. You don't have to be super neat about this, I can tell you that. There we go. Okay, and then lastly I've just got this bit here that I've got to cut, and then just get my tweezers and cut it. There we go. Okay, now we have our LED board all covered in the yellow sheeting. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get the test board out and we'll give this a test. Turn off the light above. Okay, so let's have a look. Still quite light in here, but nothing I can do about that. Okay, so let's have a look. Okay, so there you can actually see that's giving it a lovely, lovely orange glow. Absolutely fantastic. Right, so turn the light back on. Everything's working. We haven't damaged anything. So next, what I'm going to do is we are going to put it back on the ship. And this is fairly easy to do. I mean, we've done it before. Just being careful of the wire. We're just going to put it back on, and that's it. Job is done. So what I'm going to do, I'm take my time when I put this back on. I'm just going to pause here, and then we'll come back once it's on the camera, on the officers' quarters.
A few moments later.
Okay guys, here we are. I've got the circuit board back in. I've just plugged it up to the tester box, and now we're going to switch it on and see if things have improved. So here we go, and that is definitely the result I was after. It is honestly like night and day. I'm really, really, really pleased about that. It hasn't solved the light bleed, I will give it that. I think that does need to be addressed, but that's just a simple paint block to do. But that is really, really impressive, and it's worked. It's actually worked. The one thing I will say I'm not too keen about, and I don't know if it's going to get solved in the next issue, is the way the light is coming down onto the bridge deck here. On an evening there wouldn't be light on the bridge deck because all you get in front of you, it's a bit like a car. You turn the interior light on and in front of you is a mirror image. So I may address that down the line. I mean, I probably could just get away with putting some black insulation tape behind that. But I'm really pleased with how that's gone. Yeah, it worked the first time, and this has definitely made things so much more better. So, like I said, this was just a mod video on how to sort of dim and orange, sort of give them the windows an orange glow on the Hachette Titanic. Anyway, if you like this video, please give me a massive thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, please remember to subscribe and hit the notification bell and be notified of any future videos. But as for always, guys, stay safe and bye for now.